Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the north side as the Farseer, we have Life. Spawn on the south side as the Kommando Knob, we have Deimons. Also got Howling Banshees versus Shooters, another Shooters. That's pretty standard build opener. We're likely to see another Guardian squad.
We are ready to serve.
Let me guess, it's daylight savings. That's why you're a bit sleepy. I hate daylight savings. Command knob charging forward, trying to disrupt perhaps the VP, maybe trying to decapture this point. Is already being activated. Different time zone. Let's see, 22:30. You must be somewhere in Europe, right? Farseer receiving a bit of fire from the Kommando knob. Yep, I'm still trying to learn all the time zones. I'm horrible with time zones. Pretty hard to communicate with people and set up a meeting if the time zone is different and you don't know that the time zone is different in the first place. Farseer is receiving quite a bit of fire. Kommando knob is trying to be disruptive. Great special attack there from the Farseer, knocking back the Kommando knob. Over here we do have the Shooters and the Shooters capturing some points. And we've got the Slugger squad being forced back by the Guardian squad. Deimons? Okay, got it. I don't know why, it looks Greek to me.
Adding support structure.
Shooters are advancing forward. Guardian squad are capturing the VP there. Guardian squad does go to the light cover there, but there's two shooter squads there and does fall back nice and early.
Support structure complete.
Probably, I think it's named on one of the moons of some planet. Probably named by the Greeks. Probably Saturn or Jupiter. No wait, is that the name of one of Mars moons? Kommando knob's falling back. We do have it inside the nice garrison there, able to make it very resilient to melee fire. And the Guardian weapon team is trying to displace them, but he does fall back nice and early. It is Mars. It was like Phoebus or Phobos and Deimos. Power node is going on down to the Sluggers, are hacking apart. They're going to take down that power point and erect an Excel file. Guardian weapon team does go ahead and suppress the Slugger squad, but they're going to stick around and take out that point. He does go ahead and fall back immediately. Shooters who captured the requisition point there. Banshee squads captured this requisition point, and it looks like got some Storm Boys go out on the field. Rangers on the build queue as well. Storm Boys do jump on top of the Guardian's weapon teams and the Guardian squad, and they both fall back. Very, very good engagement there. Shooter squads advancing forward. This point's not reactivated, so he's able to decapture it and fully capture for his own usage. Looks like this shooter squad's probably going to head to this point here now. Farseer is advancing forward, trying to engage, tie up the shooter squad in melee, and looks like we've got some big shooters and Pathfinder gear as well. Getting some good hits there onto the Shooters. Good suppressive fire onto the Farseer, allowing his other shooter squad to buy some time. Howling Banshees does engage Storm Boys. Storm Boys being slowed down a bit. He could use his suppressive fire ability on the Howling Banshees. Now we've got the Sluggers engaging the Howling Banshees in melee as well, forcing them back into 2v1s. Not something great. Knob leader on top of the shooter squad here, and now the Farseer is not falling back. Storm Boys are severely wounded. They do fall back. But 4 out of 5 models, very good. Needs a bit of time to heal up though. And Slugger squad does fall back nice and early. On the right side, we got the Kommando knob captured the requisition point.
Normal pace, Elder.
And the Rangers we captured the VP now.
Adding warp generator.
Capture the requisition point. Power point being captured up as well. VP is being captured up as well. And the shooters over here, or the Kommando knob himself, is captured the point. Is upgraded the better combat kit, increases health and health regen. Nice simple upgrade. 3 health regen is actually quite a bit.
We have it, Farseer.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
Shooters advancing forward, and the Rangers have received quite a bit of fire. The Knob leader does provide us camouflage detection, so he's having trouble getting away from the shooters to actually camouflage. He's being pursued to the ends of the earth, or whatever this world is called. I forget what it's called. Ranger squad does fall back in time. Guardian weapon team is setting on up, trying to suppress the shooters. And we got the Howling Banshees, Farseer, and Guardian squad in this region. This guy is going to be a little bit overwhelmed. He could use the suppressive fire ability to buy him a bit of time. He's just going to try to stop a tree away. I think the standard is 0.5, so now the Knob can stay on the field for moments, definitely. Yep, that would be very... Yeah, I assume you're talking about 0.5 as health regen, but yeah. The extra, what, 3.5 for health regen is quite a bit. No, just 3, but still, quite a bit. Grenade has been thrown. Not sure what type of grenade. It could be high explosive. The stun grenade does get the gunner, and that's all you need. Or the gun itself, not necessarily gunner. Guardian squad does get inside the garrison, trying to avoid some fire. Guardian weapon team has not exactly reset up properly. It does get some massive hits there, and the Storm Boys do take it out. And it looks like the Farseer is using some kind of fire, even engaged in melee by the shooters. Shooter squad needs to fall back. It's almost down as well. Does fall back with 3 models remaining. Farseer is in pursuit. Guardian team did in fact go down as well. He's out of Guardians. He's lost his Guardian squad. Now Farseer does force back all these squads. We've got a full retreat coming out by the Kommando Knob. And we've got a Guardian weapon team deployed out as well.
There is the objective, the key to victory.
Now. More slowly now. Ever alert.
Shooters getting some good damage out of the Farseer, who's been upgraded the Armor of Fortune, which allows a nearby unit to receive 30% less damage. And also gives them her additional health and health regen. Farseer does fall back. Now if you've got the Kommando Knob now engaging the Guardian weapon team, does force him back as well.
As it was foreseen.
And we've got a Webway gate being put out here over as well, which can be quite nice. Able to get some more feudal control. Kommando Knob decapturing, or going soon to be capturing up the VP. We got this PowerPoint now being deactivated. Ranger squad finding some hits there. Does your kinetic pulse there to stop the Kommando Knob from capturing up for the time being. Decides to start recapturing. He probably will get the recapture unless the Farseer gets special attack. Nope, she doesn't close the distance in time. We see a stun grenade on the top of the Rangers. We got burners here as well to shoot us. Storm Boys in the region as well. No Knob leader for them just yet. But we have a Weird Boy being deployed out. Storm Boys do jump on forward and are ready to engage that Guardian weapon team, but they hit the wrong squads. Let's force back all the entire force, however. On pitch is really wounded, but will manage to fall back in time. Now we got the burners in this region to start burning down these generators. Mount Knob's going to take time to capture that point. And that point does get deactivated, or yeah, just deactivated. Power generators are next. The burners need to maintain their range damage to get burn effects, because they're a bit better DPS right there, plus allow the Storm Boys more surface area to start hacking away against generators. Good to stay on the Storm Boys, and he doesn't get the generator just yet. Shooters pushing away, still engaging this one generator. Could use suppressive fire ability there onto the Banshees. Got a nice knockback there on top of the burners. Storm Boys do a small combat jump in, now do a tactical jump. Ready to try to engage his forces. Does get a Knob leader there in mid-air, and he jumps on its own. And these horses do fall back. Got the Weird Boy here. Both these generators are almost down. The Weird Boy should take down that guy. He may be able to get a shot off in time. Nope, no, he's going for that. You gotta be careful when trying to plow a generator in mid-battle, because it could have been taken out by the Weird Boy. Excuse me. I sneezed. Good hits there on the Guardian's Weapon team. And does get the generator there as well. Got a full gen bashing +1. So we got Boomers, Millennial, Z, and X.
Our howling banshees have howled their last.
Weird Boy is receiving quite a bit of fire, does fall back.
Generator operational.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have Guardians anymore, does he? He could upgrade to Wraith Bone. Kommando Knob engaging the Farseer at range. And we do have some tank busters now on the field. Wraith Bone Tier 3. Oh yeah. So he's pretty far away from that. So he will need to pull out some Guardian squads. He doesn't have the requisition for it either. Stone Boys receive quite a bit of fire. He does have the Knob Leader upgrade, which is an anti-vehicle weapon. Tank busters find some hits there onto the Wraith Lord. We've got the Shuriken Cannon upgrade on the Wraith Lord as well. Receiving quite a bit of fire from the tank busters. And we've got the Shooter Squad going down to the Howling Banshees. Banshees have been upgraded with the aspect of strength, so she does get a anti-vehicle weapon. One of those Nagadanas. Not sure what it's actually called. Executioner weapon. To me, it looks like a Naga Katana. Naganata? Nagadakana? I forget what exactly it's called. Sluggers are going down. We're seeing quite a bit of hits. Some sort of pole arm. There we go. That's probably a good name for it. Does take out the slugger right there, so he's down one shooter, down one slugger. Very good. I only know about that weapon because of Chivalry Deadliest Warrior, and that expansion pack did not go over well. Vomited on top of the Farseer there, getting upgraded of Gravity Blade now. Wraith Lord still has no repair support. All damage right now is permanent. Charging forward, getting some good hits there on the Weird Boy. The Weird Boy has been upgraded the Warpath. Tank Buster's trying to engage the Wraith Lord. And the Wraith Lord does fall back. Mortar Barrage raining on in. Decent damage there. And we've got the Weird Boy now getting some good knockback there onto the Guardian Weapon team.
Weapons team at your command. Strategic location spotted. Guardians have come. They have targeted us.
So he's getting some hits there onto the Ranger squad with the Weird Boy. Could use a kinetic burst onto him. That hit pretty hard. They're pretty low in health. They may need to fall back to get some health regen. Let's use the kinetic burst there. Get some shots there on the Weird Boy. And now he does have some Guardians for repairs. Mortar barrage from the tank busters, and now the Rangers are falling on back. Wraith Lord is falling back as well. He does have to be careful about the Storm Boy with the anti-vehicle weapon. And now we've got the shooter there as well. There's a Gravity Blade. He does do a retreat order right now. So he gains the effects of the retreat action. I'm assuming he does get effects by the retreat action. We've got Vomit there on top of the Howling Banshees as well, allowing the Weird Boy to fall back in time. Now the Storm Boys. Kommando Knob is still in the region. Doesn't have any additional upgrades at the moment. Does get shouted on. Having a bunch of angry ladies shout in front of your face, never really pleasant. And a good special attack there onto the Kommando Knob. I think let's just fight a regular burst there.
Ever alert.
We must arm for even crueler warfare.
Oh, one of these guys has been upgraded. Okay, just the battle equipment for the Guardian squad.
We trust in your guidance. We stand upon newly gained ground.
Adding warp generator. The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
His forces start making their way forward, trying to engage. Does fire hit there? Does get a hit on the Guardian team. Just getting some damage. And now the Kommando knobs are receiving quite a bit of fire. Kommando knob will in fact go down to the Howling Banshee. Saber tank or Luda tank? Yep, Luda tank is being deployed on out. And that is pretty for early Luda tank there. He does his opponent doesn't have tier 3 yet, so his Wraith Lord is relatively expensive. Capturing the points over there and over here. Does set up the weapon team there. We may see the tank busters engage. Now the Wraith Lord is advancing forward. Does get some shots there with the tank busters, but his entire force is being suppressed by the Guardian's weapon team. Does go forward through right there, and now we've got the precision point being captured. He could have jumped over and stopped the capture. Yep. The Farseer Council are, of course, a good anti-infantry unit, but they don't really have any good scalability versus vehicles. They're not like Terminators or anything of that sort. And I'm not a big fan of the Avatar of War myself. The Falcon's pretty good, but that's tier 2. Prism Tank's okay, but it's more of a support vehicle, something to engage opponents' vehicles at range. Sluggers do advance forward. We got the Stormboy ship on top of the Guardian's weapon team. He could use the Knob Leader to engage. The Wraith Lord does have an anti-vehicle weapon. Luda tank space forward, gains some good damage there onto the Wraith Lord. It does detonate one of the models right there. Suicides one of the Stormboys. The Stormboy's almost completely wiped out. Does jump away in time with the Knob Leader as well. Wraith Lord has received some sort of effect there. That must have been Armor of Fortune. Apparently, wait, can the Armor of Fortune affect the Wraith Lord? That would be a deadly combination. And Luda tank is quite wounded, who need a bit of repairs. And he does have a Slugger squad back on the field for the repairs.
Hostile orcs are claiming a victory point.
Yeah. The Eldar, they do have a lot of good tier 2 and good tier 1 now with the Rangers. But yeah, their tier 3 is a little bit lacking in my opinion. I'm just not a big fan of the Avatar War. Fire Prism's okay. Fire Prism could potentially get a buff if they ever get a shield generator like the Falcon, but that's about it. Howling Banshee squad does get knocked back there. We're seeing quite a bit of fire. Oh, I think. Oh yeah, there's rear armor hits there. The Exarch leader does have the anti-vehicle weapon, but now the Howling Banshee squad will go down. Got the Mortar Barrage ring on in, get some good damage there. The Howling Banshees actually miss. Nope, they just went down. Barely. Now we've got a second Wraith Lord out in the field. One's been upgraded to the Bright Lance as well. Now charging forward, not force back all these forces. And now the Luda tank is getting some much needed repairs. Life could have tried to melee knob. It's easier said than watching. True. When there's so many things to individually micro, it can be quite hard to get a lot of actions going. That's one reason why low actions per minute units can be very handy. Sort of like stormtroopers with melta-guns. They are able to at least engage everything if you don't do anything with it. But those who are able to control their melee units and all their abilities at once, they can be very good. Let's see, Gravity Blade, know about that. And Runes of Weeping reduces the cooldown of all Farseer abilities by 25%, increase energy regen by 1 per second. Yep. Tyranids are pretty simple, but some of the units don't scale too well, like Hormagaunts and Termagants. They're very vulnerable to any sort of AoE weapon, such as the Decan or Blastmaster. Good involvement there onto the Guardian's weapon team. Looting Tank charging a little bit too far forward. Commando Knob has been upgraded with the rocket launcher, but the Arch Tark is being called on down. Plasma grenades pretty more widespread. Wraith Lord is advancing forward. Bright Lance keeps good hits on the looted tank. There goes the Wraith Lord there with the shuriken cannon to the Kommando Knob. Storm Boys tying up the Wraith Lord in melee. Kommando Knob finds another missile hit there, or rocket hit. Water Barrage raining on in. Finds the Wraith Lord, takes it out with the tank busters there. And the Archtarch does fall back. The Archtarch needs to be upgraded with a fusion gun at this point in time to help engage. But it does lose the Slugger squad, but does take out 2 Wraith Lords in return. I said that's a good trade. Guardian squad is still up. Of course, Helen Page just went down. We got, looks like a Kommando now is pushing way forward, or has been freshly deployed. Yep. If you take a look at the tickets, the elves, not elves, Eldar, are still higher in BPs, but only by a small margin, and they only have a single capture. And this webway gate has been spotted there, so will be taken out. This webway gate's still up and going, but it is wounded, so he definitely has spotted at one point in time. You have a Guardian's Weapon team here with a Bright Lance, and he's setting him right up in front of the... Does get a shot there. The Bright Lance has a pretty good rate of fire, just doesn't really have the highest damage output, but does take out the looted tank. I should say it doesn't have it does have good damage output, it just doesn't have the slowdown without effect like glass cannons. But nonetheless, it did take out the looted tank. And seeing the fact there's a Bright Lance on the field, it may be a good idea not to go for another looted tank, but probably for some knobs.
Our reinforcements are here.
Archtarch has been upgraded with like looks like a shield equipment. I'm not sure what that upgrade actually is called. Good jump there. Judas squad does fall back, nice and early.
We support the craft work. We must arm for even crueler warfare. Even the strongest people, the enemy has targeted
Warp Spiders have been deployed on now. Gains some good damage there on the Kommando Knob. The Kommando Knob, let's see. I think it's like a snipe ability, right? Let's jump on forward with the Storm Boys. Get some suppression there onto the Warp Spiders. Warp Spiders there. Teleport just got off cooldown there. Throws a plasma grenade. Very good plasma grenade there by the Guardian squad. And now the Kommando Knobs are knocking back these various forces. And that is the Kommando Knob leader, not the Kommando Knob. Wow, I cannot speak. Let's see, right in the Crosshair's ability, which deals 100 sniper damage and knocks back units of splash radius. So yeah, it is a snipe ability. A snipe with a rocket launcher. Sounds like he's playing a bit too much Call of Duty.
Our purpose is one.
He's captured multiple points, or decaptured multiple points. He still has more VPs than his opponents, so this game is not yet over yet. Bright Lance is receiving quite a bit of fire, and the Bright Lance does capture the VP over here. It does do a full retreat now. Yep, sniper rockets. To be fair, that Kommando Knob just played a lot of not RTSs, FPSs. Does avoid the knockback there from the Weird Boy, very nice. And now we've got the tank busters here receiving fire from the Farseer. I don't know why that rocket launcher ability, that sniping rocket launch ability, reminds me of Battle Company 2, where you just use like the dart gun to mark an enemy infantry unit, or enemy soldier, just enemy. And then you lock on a rocket launcher and watch them react, seeing a heat-seeking missile launch, like RPG going to them. I've missed. Battle Company 2 is the best of all the bad battlefields. Kommando Knobs does look to do a full retreat there. Shooters could do a suppressive fire ability onto the Archtarch. Rocket, the modders, get onto that. Have the Kommando Nob, rather than a snipe ability, have a rocket jump ability. That's perfect. Does get a knockback on the warp spiders. The weird boy is following them back. The Archtarch is in pursuit.
Commander, we are taking damage.
Our Farseer has gained a level.
Yes?
Right lands we have to the central VP. The Eldar player is still higher in VPs and doing a good job with the field control. Storm Boys are falling back down the minimal models. Commando Knobs or Commando Squad is advancing forward. Because you see the knockback suppressive fire ability there onto the Bright Lance. Looks like he will capture it, and we've got some rocks being cast on in. The rocks being cast a little bit wasteful in targeting, but if he gets the he does get the wipe there in the Guardian Squad, which is not bad, but his opponent has warp spires. He's skipping vehicles, going straight for warp spires, going for mobility, which is very Eldari of him. And he missed the suppressive fire ability right there. Good special attack there by the Farseer, trying to interrupt the... Oh, and there's Gravity Blade as well. And maybe able to interrupt the capture when he gets them farther away from the VP. And there we go. Could perhaps quickly revert it back down to 0 by decapturing, but does naturally go back down. And Farseer looks like... maybe save with the Archtarch? Nope, she does go in fact go down. Archtarch is charging on forward, gains good damage in there. Archtarch looks like not even upgraded with any sort of weapon. And the Archtarch does in fact go down. Warp spiders do teleport away. Kommando Knob still has plenty of health remaining. And there's a sniper ability right there.
It is time to add to our war panoply.
Kommando Knob just going full retreating right now, so he can take too much fire. Does teleport forward, trying to gauge the shoot us. Very nice. Kommando Squad on high ground. And here comes a mortar barrage. Good dodge there with the warp spiders there. Does bomb there. I would have continued for the capture because that capture is a bit more important at this moment in time. And now the Bright Lance captured up the point. Warp spiders cannot stay here for too long. This one needs to fall back. About ready to get wiped out. Does teleport away. Needs a full retreat right now. Could potentially be gunned down by the Kommando Squad. Does manage to escape with 21 health and does... Oh! Gunned down. Stayed too long around there.
Weapons team under attack.
Our weapon team is falling back. Does get the capture there actually. But still a capture against the Eldari player. And yeah, that's probably going to be game. The Kommando Knob has a lot of energy resource, enough energy for the rest of the game. Just needs to focus on more on requisition. No focus on requisition. Go straight for the VPs. At this point in time, going for resources just far too late.
100 points remaining.
So he's doing a good job capturing the field either way. Warp Stars catch at this point. It looks like the Eldari player does go ahead and surrender. This is Anna Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.